It's a bunch of
But
media
here are the
companies
things
profit-making rather than educative.
But here are the things I think that got eaten by capitalism that shouldn't have. Prisons,
Correct?
news media,
Correct?
healthcare.
Correct.
When you start
And
going
college,
into
higher education.
No. The message we send to people about college is wrong. The message should not be everyone should go to college. College is most of it. The message should be we need far less college, and most people don't need college to do whatever job they're doing.
But you're sitting here talking about how people are not thinking deeply enough.
It's a scam, college.
Well,
College
it has
is
become
a
in many
huge
ways.
scam. Higher education, they sell you this ticket because without this ticket, this diploma that says you went to college, some 4-year daycare center, you can't get the kind of jobs that pay well. I mean, we know the statistics of people who, what are the salaries of people who don't go to college versus go to college? It's night and day. You need that golden ticket so they can sell it. That's why of all the things that have been suffering from inflation in the last 20 years, college the most. It's gone up 600%.
Well, and you have the college loan debt because these people were told they would close the pay gap.
That's part of the scam.
That is part of the scam. But there's another value to education, which is much more valuable, and that is the expansion of our thoughts, the expansion of our critical thought process.
They're doing the exact opposite on campus. The expansion of your thoughts, all they do on campus is throw people off of it for having thoughts that don't conform to the one true opinion. I could list 50 professors I've read about who were fired or thrown off just for trying to teach nothing outrageous, just mentioning things.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the kids, the way these kids have been raised, the ones who go to those elite colleges, where we've all seen that video from Yale. Remember when the girl was going batshit on the professor because his wife had written a little memo saying maybe we shouldn't be such fuss budgets about the Halloween costumes this year. And this kid is just screaming at this professor. And I thought, okay, this is where it all went downhill for this country.
I agree. I was asked to teach, I won't even say what the institution was. I said, well, let me go and give a couple of classes or something and I'll see. And I felt so judged by the students. Instead of the teacher grading the papers, I felt that the students were grading me the whole time.
Right.
You shouldn't talk about that. I don't like the way you talked about that. It's like, well, yeah, there are some problems.
And that's you. That's a very liberal, enlightened woman.
About a book I had written, so I kind of knew what I was talking about. No.
I mean, let's just pause there for a moment to think what that means. That you?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we should get rid of all colleges. It just means there needs to be a transformation there.
But we also can't glide over the fact that that is the head of the snake. That is where the insanity that becomes, winds up downstream in your world, in the political world, and then becomes issues like about transgender and racial stuff and what's going on in school boards where people do not like what their kids are being taught in schools. That it begins at the university level.
Well, the people who are complaining about what their kids are being taught in school, in general, are not the ones who went to those colleges.
Correct. It's the people who are teaching their kids who went to those colleges or are fans of that kind of thought. And I think a lot of teachers these days are kind of like semi-activists, and they think they can reorder human society, and the easiest way to do it.
Bill, you're so cool most of the time, and then you become this curmudgeon, almost like right-wing sounding. What is that?
You don't. Excuse me. That's an ad hominem argument. Should we stick to the facts and the issues, or should I talk about you as on a personal level?
Oh, well, I didn't mean to be personally insulting.
I get that. Sometimes it's like, well, I can't really argue with this on the facts, so I'm going to say, you're a mean old man who's saying, get off my lawn.
Okay,
and that's not what I am, and let's just stick to what's the reality.
Okay,
let's go to the reality of there's not indoctrination going on in schools, not all schools, but kids are not. Are you
talking about little?
I'm talking about all levels. All levels, because I've seen the videos. So I know it's not secondhand information I'm being fed by any media source. It's actual videos teachers themselves will make and put up on TikTok, and they'll tell you right away what they're telling their kids.
Yeah, but what about the parents who are complaining about things being just kids being taught history, kids being taught about, the history of race in America, banning books. That's far more concerning to me.
Hey, thanks for watching the clip. Hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our Club Random content that's posted daily.